All right, I've been having trouble with the stream, and by God, I'm going to solve it if it kills me. One way or another, we're going to solve this streaming issue. I may have to wait for this modem. I think the modem's screwed up, really. Every time they call and say, hey, you can get better service for only $20 more a month. As soon as they say that, my modem starts screwing up. So I'm going to play with this thing and just stream a little while and see what happens. Right now, everything is green. See how long that holds up and what is going on, because the road is kind of quiet. She said the people gone for the holidays. We'll find out. Who's here? We got Lincoln, Logan, Uper. That's Amy. And Big Bang, Little Bag. How are you? Yeah. Well, I got that bag of coins, just the picks bag. God only knows what's in there. Found some neat stuff already. A couple of new buys. Sent them to JC, see if he wants to list them. I'll list them on my site. That's a little die chip on that one. Some of these little die chips ain't worth it. But I got to check this stream, by God. I got to get another camera, and then I'll use this big computer to stream regular. But this was screwed up last night, let me tell you. I couldn't get the thing to work at all. I uninstalled the OBS software, reinstalled it earlier today. But last night I had no choice. Just rip the place apart and hook up the laptop all of a sudden. Geez, I'm trying to get going. I'm 15 minutes into the show and I'm not even online yet. It was tough. Well, no matter. That package has gone out. What's up here? We got some crud on there. Yeah. Now this, I got better image quality on this computer. I'll give it that much. I still don't have the noise. So, got a die chip on his nose. That's not really worth. Where's my? I don't have a. I'm not ready. Here's a bunch of them. Yeah, you get these die chips all over the place on these Roosevelts. All around the face, all around the high points of the face. Up here, there's a little one right there. You get them around the eye, on the nose, and around his mouth here. There you go, a little cold sore for him. Sometimes you get them up here in the hair. That one looks all right. Well, I keep them because I'm crazy like that. There's Jeff Dunn. Merry Christmas to you. Okay, we've gone to yellow. Let me see what I can see, because I'm not really talking about the coins. I'm just trying to get this straightened out. What does it say here? Check resolution. Well, I've checked the resolution. I did the thing where you go through and it tests everything. It says, this is optimum. And I plug that in, and then it says not optimum. Well, what's it going to be? There's nothing worse than a temperamental server over at YouTube. I tell you. Well, I got no way to find out which is the right way or best way or better way, except for trial and error. So that's what I'm doing here. Well, there's something you don't see very often. That looks like it's lowered. That's kind of neat, which would mean on the die it's pushed up. And this crack, you see these a lot, but this is different. Right in here, I don't know what this is. Can I receive my package today? Oh, thank God. I think the last items of the last packages should be arriving today. I can't imagine them being any longer, but I've got some stuff that may not be in today. It was ordered a week and a half ago. It takes longer to get to me than from me. And that's the way it goes. I don't know. What is it? The post office? Is it the address? Is it the mailman? I don't know, man. We just go with it. Okay, this got a weird chip. I'll just stick it in the die crack bucket. Merry Christmas Eve. There you go. Right now I got a yellow line, but everything else is checking out fine. Now I've adjusted the bit rate. So if it gets laggy, let me know. Tell me what it's doing on your end, because I won't be able to see this until after I'm done streaming. Half of those security app are a hoax. I've got the firewall, but to stream effectively, I take it down. Here's a die chip in the O. And the rest looks like just contact marks. I'll keep that. Because I find if I have it running, it really screws it up. It slows it right down. Looks good. Good. This coin up. Merry Christmas and everyone in chat. You too, baby. We're just trying to get this thing to work. I'd be so happy if it worked. Right now I've got nothing loaded up because I reinstalled everything, deleted everything on this thing. So I got a screenshot and I set up the 2 cameras. That's what I've got right now. And so far so good. 15 people. Don't you have families and stuff? It's a holiday. Take it easy. Well, there it is. My brother calls up, says, "You coming over?" I said, "I was going to sleep in." Hell, I slept in so late this morning, I thought I missed Christmas. Hell, no matter. He'll get me a jar of peanuts. I can't eat them. Pair of shoes that don't fit. And then make me eat his wife's cooking. What do we got going on over here? There's a little tiny die chip right on the edge. You don't see these too often. But you see them. You see little die chips sometimes in the letters. That's a more common spot. This is not a common spot. Let's see if it rubs off. Maybe it's nope. Yeah, that's a little die chip. Is it Robert or Dustin? I bet you it's Dustin. He's down in Texas, chasing a skirt. But I guess he's set up with a local coin shop there. I just got a new computer I've been setting up for streaming, so I feel your pain. Gosh, reset. I don't know what any of the settings mean. I'm not a tech guy. I'm a coin guy. How do you win? It should have just click and make everything work. Give me a button that says make everything work and let me click it. It's Dustin. There you go. Now, what, you're going to interview, I guess a family's going to come on in. And he's going to set it up where he's going to appraise those coins right there in front of him. Or maybe do some homework about there. I don't know exactly what that is. You want to tell him what you're doing, Dustin? Looks like fun. Geez, there's so many aspects of this hobby to get involved in. What's that on his head? Ooh, big scratch. Chuck that one. You love tech. You like the weather? What's it up in Pennsylvania? It's like 4 below or something. There's a town back in Maine that's called 2 below. And the weather guy gets on, he says, it's 2 below and 2 below. I don't know where they got the name for that. But there it is. This hobby will take you all kinds of places. And even if it doesn't, you can go places with it and, start whatever it is you want to do right where you are. Geez, if you're down on your luck, you got nothing, you can always take $1 and go through change and find something and turn it into $2. I need to film a pilot episode the next few days. Once that's done, I'll show the community what I've been working on. CoinUp is that's Dustin. He's setting up for a show on Amazon. I don't know exactly how that works. He'll fill us in pretty shortly. We'll be finding out about that. That's a next level up. I'm just having fun on YouTube, man. I do my thing. I show off coins. We'll give away a lot of stuff. People like that. And little by little, it's a constant struggle getting ahead, getting people involved. I find the best use of my time really is promoting the hobby. I seem to do that pretty well. That's a pilot episode. We're pitching to the TV networks. Ooh. That should be fun. The TV network. It'd be a good Saturday afternoon show. Yeah, if you need somebody to hold the microphone, let me know. I know a guy. Or if you need somebody to rub lotion on your skin, for the camera, I can probably set you up. I know somebody. Where's that Jessica? Is she on here? Yeah. Get one of your groupies going. What's it take to pitch a TV network? That must be a heck of a thing. Watch this. Okay, here's that's filthy. Here's a regular Lincoln cent. Let's set that up right here. I'm going to turn it upside down. This camera even straight? Okay, there. So we can see this shape right here. We got Lincoln's vest, right? Got a little bow tie. Just watch the outline. And the neck, and there's his beard. And we come over here and we see the vest. That's this diagonal line here. Then you have his chin. The bow tie would be right under there. But this is a clash die is what happens there. The two dies come together, right, kind of like a jam sandwich, but there's no jam. They just smash against each other, and you leave the outline on one die on the surface of the other. And people say, hey, is this a clash mark in the middle of the stairs? Well, it wouldn't work that way. Let's say this is my die, right? They're flat on the fields. All my devices are, they're in queues. So you can't get clash marks on the devices, on the guy's head, right? Like Jefferson's head, it's in. All you get is the outline. Ooh, am I shaking that table? I need to set that up a little tighter. Hey, Cindy, Merry Christmas. Yeah, and Dustin likes clashes. I sent him a few dimes and stuff. Man, there's stuff all over this desk. Well, he's ignoring me. Hello, Hidden. Yupa Girl, Coin Ops, and Delicious. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I keep these. I save them out. There's all kinds of stuff in these boxes around here. But it's with a little piece of paper come in handy. What's the date on that? 89. 1989 Reverse Clash. Yep. Get a whole set of just clashes. Wake up, Hidden. Bill 457's in here. Been working out, Bill? There you go. I get a little box. I put those in, ready to roll. Now we move on to the next one. 92. You know what to check for here, right? Okay, we're looking for a double ear. All right, you always check for a buy. You can check, up here just for the heck of it. Look at the date. But 92. Oh, okay. We got a wide AM. Nothing exciting there. What's going on there? There's a bit of a little crack right here. Yeah, we'll stick that in the crack and chip cup. One of my church friends gave me some cool foreign bills. There you go. They'll keep you busy. I don't know much about currency. It's not my realm. One Scotland one. One Scotland one. One Scotland specimen is worth good money. I have to tell her since I don't know she knew. Don't think she knew. Gee, still you can have it back, but she's got to do the the laundry of the dishes or something. Clean out your car. Get a little mechanical doubling on the top of these letters. Nope, that's not MD. That's a little die deterioration. Okay, watch this. Right at the top of the letters, G-O-D. I've got this little extra ghost light, this little extra bit. And it's a fairly good doubling, but it's only a visual doubling. It's not an actual hub doubling where the hub impressed the die twice. If I tilt it up, it kind of disappears. Yeah, that's where the wear, on the device has smoothed out the, that corner where it goes from the D to the field. Smoothed it right out. So it just reflects the light a little bit differently is all. It's not true doubling. It's just faux doubling. I just singed. 500-degree oven. What are you baking at 500 degrees? Turkey's ready. It'll be ready in 5 minutes. Yeah. Look, if it says bake at 350 for 3 hours, don't bake it for 2 hours. At 500. It doesn't really work that way. It needs time to to move in. Prime rib is cooking. Man, I made a smoked prime rib. We always smoked it with hickory, and good God, people would drive 100 miles for that. And I only give them an 8-ounce cut. It was $15.95. Okay, right there. That's a die chip. And you see this a lot. I need the Play-Doh. Where the hell's the Play-Doh? Okay, here's some Play-Doh. Green good? Green will work. Ooh, green is fresh. And it's out. All right. I just cleaned off the desk over here. Let me warm this up a little. I want the end cut. I like it right out of the middle, you know, just bright red, like screaming red, like this color red. You know, horseradish, straight, lots of it. There's no such thing as too much horseradish on prime rib. You know, get some anjou, splash it around. That's always good. Yeah, okay, get ready. Nope, lost my Play-Doh. Are we there? All right, I got to rearrange things here. Just a moment. Okay, watch. Here's that thing. What happens if I double-click that? Nothing. That's a little too much. All right, we're going to make this, and we're going to try to explain that, right? They call it a beehive. Why do you get die chips on these edges? Let me soften up. Can't be losing the Play-Doh. No, it fell on my lap. All right. Let's make a, where's that thing? We're going to flatten that right out. There's my coin. No, this is a die, right? But here I'm going to put a building in there. I need something square. Let's see. Ooh, that'll work. How about this? There's the corner of my building. Oops. Let go, right? So that's the corner of my building on the die, but I've got this gap. It's a sharp, steep slope right here, right? So I get a nice level field. Over here, it's nice and level, but it's deep. That's the bottom of your swimming pool, and this is where you dive off. Let's see where we can show this. You see the difference in height on that? Oh, let's cut that. Okay. Watch this. There's the difference in height from the field, right, to the building, which, you know, it'll be up and down. So the coin would be the space not occupied by the clay. But this steep cliff is what matters the most. This is where you're going to see a lot of die chips, because you've got the force coming in. When the die hits the coin, it's going to impact at the field first, right? That's where it's first going to impact the field. They're going to keep pressing that thing in, right, until the planchet fills. Well, let me try this differently. Here's a planchet, right, and they're going to keep pressing that until the planchet metal fills up the voids here. But I'm pressing on this field first, so I'll get a lot of strain, a lot of stress, and it's going to slump from time to time. Give me a tool. There you go. I can imagine this slumping right here at the edge from time to time, because that's where the force is, and I got no opposing force inside until the metal, the planchet, fills that. And I suspect that's what happens is it slumps. And there's my die chip. And when I make the coin, well, there it is. And you have, nope, over there, you have that sort of thing going on. You see this a lot of places. On the buildings is great. Up on the roof of, say, the Nebraska quarter, right, where, well, it just kind of looks like there's a bit of slump, and it just kind of breaks in. That's what the snow on the roof is, or on the bucket on that same quarter. Where you have a steep incline, that's a great place to look for die chips. My father used to grow his own nuclear what? Horseradish? Ooh, I had some going, but the chickens ate it. By God. Now let me look at the chat over here, or the computer, because I've got a red line. Well, you can't see it, but for me, it's right up here. Huh. Bad video output is low. Well, how can it be low? I didn't do anything. Well, we're still moving. Okay, well, that's how I think these die chips are created by the buildings. Let's see if I can put this back down. Yeah. There. And, well, there it is on the coin. Same darn thing. I've got a steep building, and you can see it over here. The same idea. You know, you got a sudden drop off right here. This is flat and level. This is flat and level, but the die is going to impact right there first. and then push the metal into this void. So I've got no opposing force to hold that edge up. Stream is fine. No lag. Okay, I was getting a lot of red line over here. Food Dog says, thanks for all you do. Merry Christmas. You too, baby. Yep, have fun with the kids. Kids enjoy it the most. Man, I wish I got a new shirt for my sister. I'm pretty excited about that. Here, I can put this back up. Yep. She says, someone should have some nice clothes on the boat. It's okay. So I'll give me a couple of tropical shirts. I'm just happy to have clean laundry, really. That's a nice treat. Yeah. Jackie with you, Dustin. Black Steel's here. How are you? Yeah, got the Play-Doh out. We're playing with that a little bit, trying to explain things as we go. Let me cover that Play-Doh. There you go. Cover. These are some handy if you want to do some practicing. Well, there it is. I'm going to put that. I kind of like that one. It's a bigger chip. That's a bigger blob. What was the date? 2012. Die chip. There's one. The little tiny die chips, I'm not so worried about. But something like that, I want to take pictures on that one. Okay, keep going. Here's another nickel. What is it? 41. A lot of grainy structures on that. Let's go around and take a look. Letters look just fine. Stream is holding up. Oh, shucks. Just a 41p. Nothing to it. Do I have a 41? No, I have no 41. Well, good. What are we putting in there? That's about a VF, perhaps. Yeah. They take a pounding, these nickels. Back during the war, nickels were an important coin. Everything was a nickel. Need a gallon of gas? It was a freaking nickel, you know? A movie? A nickel. Everything. Didn't matter. Do you want a T-bone steak or prime rib? It was a freaking nickel. No kidding. Yeah. There it is. We're going to keep on going. I get a little ding on the side of that. That's too bad. Let's see if there's anything we can't live without here. His face looks pretty normal. You get a pimple on his chin. There's a stick right in here. So I'll stick that in the die chip bucket. I'm going to pile these chips and cracks. This is frigged. That's damage. Yeah. I always assume damage first. I get too many people, they say, is this an error? What kind of error? They skip that. They go straight to, what kind of error is this and how much is it worth? Dude, it's not an error. It's freaking ruined. Throw it away. Don't even spend it. It's not, you know, it'll give you a bad name if you spend that thing. Throw it out immediately. Okay. If you start with the assumption of damage, you're going to be a whole lot better off. Most of the time, the funny thing you see is damage, right? What you got there, baby? Can you see it? What's the date? 2015. We got to go in here. The big pretzel sticks. There was a bar. The guy wanted to fight me last time I was there. They had free pretzel sticks. I hadn't eaten all day. And Johnny says, oh, come on, man. We got to go to the bar up at the airport, man. It's all right. Can we stop for a pizza? No, we got to get to that bar. They're playing. Who's playing? Oh, he's got a buddy plays in a band. All right. We got that up. It's a different band. Where's your buddy? Oh, he said he was going to be here. All right. Well, they got these pretzel sticks at the bar. So how much are these? Nothing. Help yourself. There's a big tube of them this big around. I about ate them all. Lady at the bar took them away. What are you doing? Okay, what you got here is a die crack. All right, starts at the rim. goes through the W, into his head, takes a right over here, and ends up over, I guess, around there. And this can be a hard one to photograph, I can tell you that. It's pretty slight. But Cuts on Coins records these, and there's bunches of them out there. And if you can find one, well, you got to make a little contribution to the hobby and get your name up in there. What's the most expensive coin you have? How much money you got? Probably $750 to $1,000, thereabouts this week. It changes. Okay, so these spike heads, yeah, snatch them up, pull them out, take pictures, send them to JC over at what's the punchline? Oh, the pretzels? She took them away. What was left? I think she wanted the last 3. I ate most of those. Yeah, I've been sending a bunch of stuff. I've been going through and picking out new buys, sending them off to JC, so I got a couple showing up there soon enough. Following the device's stress points. A lot of times, when you get close to the edge like this, oh, here's another idea. Stress. Where's the Play-Doh? Get ready. Okay, if you understand what's going on these dies, you know, you'll have a better idea. Is that a hair? Oh my God, let me get that hair out of there. Okay, you have a better idea of what to look for and where to look, more importantly, to find stuff on your coins. I think a new coin design, right, or let's say a commemorative dollar you want to look at, or you're getting into a series you're not familiar with, that's when it's really handy to have a handle on what makes these things tick, right? Okay, let's say I've got, that's going to be my device on this coin. There you go. Come on down. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Let me move this over there. No, ready? Ready? Wait for it. Ah, there. Now we got it out of focus. We'll be all set. Okay, the coin is going to be squeezed between these 2 dies, and it's going to be pushing. Once it gets into the space, it's going to be pushing out in all directions, right? It's going to be pushing out. So you have a focal point where you have a weak spot on the die, say over here, where the metal wants to come out, right, in all directions. Over here, I've got a square edge. Metal wants to go out. Usually wants to come out from the center. But when I have something like this where I have a focus, right? You ever heard of the Bay of Fundy, the way the tides work up there? I have effectively an area of greater stress on the die. I would expect a crack to appear right at that point, right? Different shapes. Oh, what do we got for a different shape? Give me something. Give me something. What do we got here? Oh, okay. Here's a different shape. Uh-huh. Okay, there's a different shape. Something like this. If I'm putting metal into this space, right, and I'm pushing outward in all directions, I'm looking for the path of least resistance or maximum stress on that coin. Let me draw some, ooh, that'll work. Go all the way across here. Now, where is the weakest part of this die using this design? Okay, there we go. My weakest area is going to be where the, this is going to be the device, so it's lower, and this is the field, so it's higher, and I got more metal at the field. So over here I got plenty of metal. I would expect a die crack to occur most right here. That's where I'm looking, right? All right. Let me get a good date. Nope. Huh, okay. So we have, let's say, this design. How do I make that, come on. There, all right. You've seen this 100 times. I'm sure you've found many of them. On this design, right, where would you expect the most cracks to appear? I'd expect them to be at these little points, where that's a big cavity on the die. Right, and the field is maximum metal. But here, I would expect it to be right in these corners. And if you watch these things, that's almost exactly where you find them. What's this? That's probably just there to prove me wrong. But if you go through, say, 83s and all, I think there might be something right in there. 82s, 83s, they are replete with these die cracks right at these fine points where the device, that's the building, gets closest to the rim, and you get the least metal holding it in there. The zinc, if it's leaking, let me look at that. Where's that? I got a loop here. There's one. Trey, your loop is on the way, by the way. Yeah, that's zinc rot. That's exactly what that is. That's a hydrozincite forming and expanding. Once you perforate that copper, a little moisture, right? The air you're breathing, it's going to cause that hydrozincite to bloom, and it blows right up. Yeah, you got the force coming in. You get the tide is flowing from the center out, right? But it's not widening, it's shrinking, and so I'm going to have a lot more force right in here, right? That's where all the meat is. It's going right into that spot, and that's where I have the weakest metal right there and the greatest force. That's why I get a lot of die cracks in there. That whole penny will crack. They put a lot of strength on that. And the thing is, you do it, 1,000 times, 100,000 times. They run these dies for 500,000 strikes. Of course, they're going to crack up at those weakest spots. And well, that's where to look. You can take any design and probably, decide where you're going to see it. All right, what's this one? Where would you expect it to see die cracks appear most on, say, this design? Where do you think you would see die cracks appear the most on this design? What's that going on over there? That's a little funk. On these, I would expect, okay, if I got height, I get a pretty good height up here, height difference from the field into the cavity on the die. I'd expect some die cracks to be along here, right? Up here in this area, I'd expect to see die cracks. Right? Down here, I can't imagine die cracks not appearing. This design meets the rim. That's a neat one. So this entire area is weak down here. I got a lot more meat up here, right, where the field is, than I have down here. I'd expect all kinds of cracks to show up somewhere around this area, but especially right there. That's a perfect spot. That's where you're funneling all this meat, all this metal, into a point. I'd expect that to be a good spot. Pay attention, Hidden. This would be on the midterm. You're darn right. Let's look at the other side. Okay. So when you have that pressure dispersed over many, many points, well, it's going to hold you up. This is like a bed of nails. You're spreading all that meat out over 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 20 different points here. Whereas over here, I'm funneling that pressure into this point. I'd expect lots of cracks right there. Oh, give me, wait for it. Where's that? I'm not going to find it. Let me go to here. Let's see. There we go. I bet you we got one in here. Wait for it, wait for it. I know we got one. We got to have one. Silver. What's that say? I don't know. Rim cud knows the rim cuds. The DDO. Let's see. NAFC. What's this? NAFC. Nope, these are NIFCs. Well, that's okay. We'll just look at one of those. There. You'll see this a lot. Now, there's a channel called Mantic Coins, right? And this is them. kind of. Okay. I can't show this. That didn't work. There's Manta coins. And he sent a bunch of these $half up here. We're going to take one out. This is a 2018. So if I was a Kennedy $half, where would you expect to find a die crack, right? Where would the metal be channeled, and where would the force be concentrated, and where do they find a lot of die cracks? Right here at the neck, headed towards the rim. That's how it works. Yep. The rest of this, you might find one up here, but it's a pretty good spread, right? I'm spreading that force out pretty well. Over here, I'm pouring everything into a point. That's where the most die cracks show up, is right there, right? Let's see, you pressed a biscuit into a void. That's not it. Wait, where'd it go? No. There. Okay, let's say I'm pressing another bit of, and that's a terrible example. Let's redo this. I have a 2011 nickel that has a crack through the face. It happens. Do you want to know how much it's worth? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, how about give me a letter. T, C, E. What's that? Is that a G? W? That'd be a big good example. Is that an M or the W? Oh man, this is so hard. I don't know. Well, here's another one. I think that looks more M-like. Should the letters be on the left or the right? Paula, help me. Okay, let's go to the A. We'll do the A. The A is good. You get a device in your coin, right? All right, if I'm putting all the pressure evenly, right, the weakest point, I'm trying to get these all lined up on the center. There about. So my center is going to be right about here. Most of the pressure is going to be pushed outward because I got opposing forces from this metal over here pushing that way. It's not going to be, flowing into the middle. It's going to flow into the devices and then head out to the rim. And of course it meets the collar, but you get a little bit of space there between the collar and the die. So the die can, it's got some flex. And that's going to be my weak link right here. That's where I expect a die crack to appear. Does that make sense? And you get that same sort of thing over here. There you go. That's effectively the same sort of shape, wouldn't you say? Let's see if I can turn that upside down. Yeah, that's the same darn shape. You just put a circle up here, you got the rest of his head. Dum-da-dum. There. There's the rest of his head. Where's the A gone? That's the W. There. And that's where my crack grows. Did it just... What if I do this? Does it grow if I do that? Not really. Okay, but I got to press real hard. Yeah. That's my copper going into the die, and it just gets bigger and bigger. Dang commercial. We got a commercial? Wow, it just went red. No one has them listed. Well, I'm working on it, man. We're working on it. Little by little, we keep adding to it. Cracks are kind of quiet. You cannot tell where the die crack could be unless you have the same die. Well, you can look at the coin and decide, this has got to be a weak point. This is a funnel right there. Right? That's a funnel coming to a single point. Let's put that back in its hole. And we'll put this back up. Is it on right? No. Man, I can't use these things. I am too clumsy. There we go. Where'd you find a die crack on this? What do you expect to find a die crack on something like that? There we go. what's your weakest points? So I'm looking for a place where I've got some high relief, close to the rim, and not. This kind of spreads it out pretty well across this whole area. This might be the weakest point. Maybe up here towards the head. This is kind of a good spread down here. I can't imagine these being very strong points up here right at the rim. Some cracks along this area might be a good idea. Station identification. We're listening to KRP Radio. WCOIN. Yeah. Okay. What you got on this? See? Point. That neckline is a perfect spot for a die crack to appear. I've got I got a deep impression. I got the focused energy coming in, and not a whole lot of meat over here to hold that die together. That's where I'd expect a break. Right over here. Maybe right up here is a good spot. Not so much over here. I've got plenty of space, but here I've got a little gaps. How about the back? What could I expect here? All right, the letters. Somewhere close to letters. A lot of times you get them, they spread all around the letters. They go from one to the next to the next to the next. Matter of fact, let's see. This one I just attributed as SCRK number 1, which would be the standard database, die crack number 1. Ta-da! And there, it jumps from the rim, goes to the letters, and follows the letters just a little ways. You see it goes through the end, the top of the end, to the U, and then it actually keeps on going here a little bit. If I can get that to show up. But it peters out right there. That's a pretty good crack. Okay, where's that next one? I got another one here. Where the hell did that go? I just had it. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, get the same date. This is 1883. And this is SCRK. There it is, SCRK. That's my writing. That's die crack number 2. Right? Is it the same as number 1? No, it's different from number 1. There it is. Not as pronounced. And it starts, well, actually right in the middle here. It probably started, I suspect, at the edge of one of these. This is a scratch right here. The crack itself goes in this direction and just kind of fades away over here. I expect it probably started in one of these points and spread from there. And there's a die crack in there. Okay. But this one's pretty solid. That's a good meaty one. This is trying to become a cud. If it met the if it came back, met the rim again, that entire section of the die would be trying to break off, and there'd be a retained cud. Yeah, so we got 2 of these, and they're both 1883s. Ta-da! That was pretty decent. XF. For XF, I like to see all these have their little lines in them all the way across. Right? Good hair. I want to have all the letters. I want to see detail up here. It's a little, got some filth going on, but I got all my flowers, all my stars. On the back, I like to see, once I get into AU, I want to see corn kernels. This one's a little weak. Why is this one? This is the weakest part of the whole coin. I don't understand. I think this is something different because it's not wear. Look at this. Look at this. I got the corn. I got the veins in here. I got everything on the tobacco, or is this cotton? I think that's a cotton. Yeah. So we get what? Wheat, corn, cotton. Your 3 bigs. And here we've got very little detail. This tells me that this is probably not wear, but probably something else having to do with the dye. Crazy thing. Let's look at this side. Here you go. What do you got? I got a little bit of wear right here. right? I mean, that's like it. I got a tiniest little bit on a couple of these leaves, right? And this looks like a little touch of wear, but look, she got a beautiful chin. How'd you like to nibble that neck? Yeah, this is every bit of AU. Just the lightest touch of wear right there and right up here. These are looking real good. No cracks on it. No matter. The kernels are distinct. Yeah. Here's an AU and an XF side by side. Now 1883, this is the Type 1 reverse. It has no sense. They added sense down here, put the E pluribus unum up here later that year. See? Corn, corn. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, it is part of the die. Yep, you got corn kernels right here. You see the difference. I get a little bit of wear here and practically nothing over on these. Get a little bit extra. But look for every bit of that detail when you get into these the higher grades. A little bit more wear on these. But in the front, you can see the hair jumps. I'll get more wear here, here, here. Back on these high points on the edges here. And it's a little dirtier. This one's real sharp. Okay, watch that hair here. See the area here is smooth, this whole bit. Not a whole lot. The size, you know, it's the size of her nose right here. Over here I got, she combed her hair. This is XF. All right. This is AU. See these extra lines? Here they're worn down. Oh, let's see what you got here on the leaves. Excuse me. Look at that stuff. I get to talking, you know. Ken, can you go by the strong parts of the coin? Look at the entire coin. You can't look at a coin and say it has, you know, full wheat lines, therefore it's XF. You can't do that. You got to look at the entire coin. Really, it's take the holistic approach and look at the whole coin. Here I've got what have we got here? Where's my pen? Okay, we're missing some detail. The coin's been passed around some, but it's, you know, everything's fully in touch. I've got some of the finer detail, but not a whole lot. This would come in at VF. I look at the coin on the front. Okay, I got most of the detail here. Missing, oh geez, that's just about gone. This side's not quite VF. This is closer to fine. The bun is down to, you know, just a couple of sections here. Excuse me. Let me drink something. Okay. We're losing the difference between her head and her hair. Just one big metal piece. I've got some of these have the cross hatching, but some of them are just worn down to nubs. So this would be fine plus on this side. On the back side, well, that's a little better. It's probably VF. Be a lower end VF. And the net grade for the coin, I call it F15. Right? You got to look at the whole thing, though. You can't go just on the details of this or the details of that. It's got to be the whole thing. Look at it all. Backwoods internet. Yeah. It'll lag. Sometimes it'll just shit the bed on you altogether. Yeah, just watch the whole thing all over again. Okay, but as your coins get higher up, then you want to start looking at greater details. Okay, here's a section where, geez, I got an entire distinct line here between her hair and her face. All right, all my stars are split. Every darn one of them. The rim is sweet, clear, crisp, and intact. That's a nice one too. Same over here. Watch that rim. Once you get into higher grades, the rim starts to matter more and more. All right. The fields. I'm going to have contact marks, such as on her chin. That makes her look like G.I. Joe here. All right. A lot of these you're not going to see because we're under pretty good. This is pretty good magnification right here. All right. Oh, let's see. Let's find some contact marks. That might be the worst of it right there. Maybe right there in the 8. Now, the more the coin is worn, the more people will accept those contact marks. There's kind of a bit of a smudge here. And again, the rim, there's a little bit right here over at 3 o'clock-ish, and that's pretty darn minor. That's a good solid rim. I don't know what that is, some kind of discoloration. Okay, once you get into the higher grades, AU, very few contact marks. You know, the coin's been treated well most of its life. Looks like I got some crud or something right there. Okay. Where's that brush? Let's push it off with a toothpick. That's probably a piece of plastic or something. Okay, that's out of here. Let's see. There's a contact mark right here in her chin. That'd be one right here. What's that spot? You can't see that with you. I'm not even touching the coin yet. Okay, that's a loose bitted crud or something. These fields are looking real good. That's by AU and then some. Okay, let's straighten this up. What you got here? This is a hairline. You probably will not see. I can't see that with my. Now I see something up here though. There. If I tilt it right, you can see that. That's probably the edge of another nickel or something. That's the die crack. Right in there. There's a contact mark right there. That one you should be able to see. Wow. In person, looking at the coin, this one is barely visible. Right here. Yeah, that's solid shape. But you got to look at the whole coin when you grade it, just particular features. I know what I want to see when I'm looking at a penny, right? I want to see, for AU, I want to see real good shape here. Give me just some light wear right in the cheek, above the ear, on the jaw. I like to see some bow tie, especially the bow tie, the point that sticks over on his on the vest. This, I give it XF plus, right? Here for XF, yeah, give me all the lines. I want to see these are good and separate and distinct all the way across. Right? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see a big nick on the side. I don't want to see distortion like up here. There's a sizable contact. The higher the grade, the more particular you got to be with the stuff you see. What's this one? Okay, it's 1939. I got some general wear across the whole thing, numerous contact marks, right? I still got separation between the cheek and the jaw. His ears total. I've got, you know, I can make out the vest, no problem at all. This is VF, but it's not XF by any means. And these contact marks, these are probably forgivable for the grade, but, you know, if you're going to sell the coin, you better point those out. What's that on his head? What is that? Okay, there's another one. What you got in here? We got some doo-doo up here. Yeah, this is a circulated. Yeah, a little bit of wear here. I still got full lines. This is, you know, lower grade VF. That's the kind of coin. Yeah, it'd be great in a set of 50 different, but you're not gonna get $1 for that one. Let's see. I'll put that in my little pre-1940 bag here. Where is my pre-1940 bag? That's S. I can't find nothing. What's this? Okay. What's this? Your bag's out. Here's a bag. Yeah. Set that up. So watch yourself when you're grading these things. And also when you find stuff, right? When you find a die crack, let's see, like this one, or that one. When you get these big fat die cracks, that's when you got to say, oh, wait, I've got something. I've got something. What is it? Does anybody know anything about this? Is this recorded anywhere? Because this is the kind of thing that would, you know, once you get to the thickness of the serifs or the leg of the N, that's more prominent than the freaking letter. Let's record that one. Say on the screen, tap to replay. They for sale. I will buy. Let's see, XF, crack number 1, which one's that one? That's this one. $14 for XF. Here she is. Ta-da! And the other one, where is it? AU. That's a $20 bill for that one right there. And you're going to find that's probably, you know, that's probably a $20, $22, $25 coin. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, we got what? 14 on the XF. Good looker. And 20 on the AU. And I'm sure the little one has a price too. I don't know what it is. Yeah, we'll get to that one. I'll save one of these for the next big. I'll save that little one for the big show. Ken, your computer could be overheating. No, this is the big one. It's got a new fan, right? It's freaking cold in here. Man, it was down in the 50s last night. I was almost dying. There you go. What I do, I find them, I record them, I keep them. So I've got a library of these things. I can pull them out and take a look. There you go. That's crack number 1. No, that's crack number 2. This is crack number 1. And that's on my, where the hell is that? Oh, we just went to Redline. You want to see Redline, just wait one moment here. Okay, where the hell is that? Here it is. Let me get some coffee going. There. Okay, here's the database. And I got the screen going. So there's the database, right? The standard attribution nomenclature, finance, nickel varieties. Don't mind this crap over here on the left. That's no. Geez, if you want to build a blog, there's a couple of good sites out there. Okay, Liberty Nickels 83. And that's it. There's number 1. There's a picture of number 1 up on the blog. Okay, here's the actual V-nickel. Mintage, surviving population. Here's crack number 1. This should be in bold, so I'll have to fix that. Die crack on the reverse at 9 o'clock. The full saying of 5C, 1883. NC, SCRK001. I got to add in that that's actually RDV number 1. You know, the no sense variety. Okay, there's a picture on the blog, and here is the coin. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. And there's the coin. Okay, that's the same. I took this picture of this coin to use on the blog. Okay, go back to the screen. We scroll down a little, and there's number 2. There's number 2. It's much finer. See the little scratch down here? Finer. Okay, we'll come back over here to the scope. Where'd it go? It's not that one. Oh, must be this one. There you go. You get the little scratch down above the R, and that's much finer bit. And you can see that over here. And there's the coin. Ta-da! That's all. Easy enough. So we call that one SCRK. S stands for Stan, right? And then CRK is a die crack, because nobody records die cracks hardly. And we got 2 for this date so far. And that's as far as I've gotten on this. You know, you still got the... but the way this is set up, you can look up one particular date, right? You got a bunch of pennies, you sorted them at home, right? A lot of these sites, you got to look at the DDOs over here on this page, look at the DDRs on another page. They got another page, it's for RPMs. Some of these places don't even record stuff. CUDs, okay, that's a different site altogether. Okay, we've got a red line here. I wonder if I'm on. Yeah, they're good looking B nickels. Okay, so let's go back to that. Where are you here? Here's a screenshot. There it is. So here's the database. So your cents, you click on this, it'll send you just a cents. You get the flowing hair, the Liberty caps, drape bust, classic heads, coronet Liberty heads, braided hairs, flying eagles, Indians, Lincoln wheats, Lincoln memorials, Lincoln bicentennials, and shields. And you can pull up whatever date you like. And we should have every darn listing for that date, right? 10s, the 10S's, the proofs, right? The design varieties, all the RPMs, every damn one of them. There you go. Here's a 10S. Plus the cross references. So, you know, you want to see what Wexler has? There you go. You got Wexler's link right there, right? Here's a cherry picker's guide number, the copper coins number, the Konica number, right? Breen, we got his number. There's my number. There's the long one. There's the short one. There's the damn picture. Everything, all in one spot, one-stop shopping. I can click to any of these other places and just keep going on. Here's RPM number 3, right? Here's, what's this one? A die chip. Yeah, you've probably seen these. I mean, if you do, you know, wheats a lot, you come across a 1910S where the bottom half of the S is filled. There you go. And that's what we're doing. That's what this is becoming. Give it time. Do you have anything running in the background? Yeah, I got that database I just loaded up, Bill. Yes, that's a database I've been working on. Well, the background work is really picking up. Where the hell's that? That's another page that I have to load. There's the worksheet. Well, that's going to take forever to load this. Okay, here you go. Here's cents, for example. And Shay Hoffmasters, he's doing $half, and man, he's just knocking that around. He's just tearing that up. That's your $half. Over here's your cents. You probably can't see this. Okay, you can see that. I don't want you to see that part. Yeah. Okay, what do you got up here? Your early cents. These are just your Lincolns. Starts at line number 22. Do-do-do-do-do. How many die varieties are there for Lincoln cents? We're up to 1934. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But I gotta, you know, list each variety, use my nomenclature to explain it, get your details, your pickup points, then your cross references, then add the darn links for them. Some of them I can't cross reference. Yeah, this is what I do in my spare time. What's that one? 1937 we're up to. 1940. It goes on and on and on. Okay, then it starts thinning out around the 1940. Yeah, this is a long-term project. That's what I've been doing. There. Then we're back to the nickel. Yep. Yeah, we might have these available come Friday. You think that'll take more than 20 bucks? Look at the texture on that. That's a good looker. Wow, I need that. The database? One day. Right now, it's free. The link is down below the description in the video here. Let's see. That's not it. There. That's how it works. 1883, no cents, which should be DVR number 1. And that's S per standard. Like Wexler has WDDO, we got S because it's the standard. And CRK is a die crack. That's AU plus. Oop. And that one's crack number 1. What's this one? There's some more here somewhere. What's this one? There's a Cuds on Coins number is LDB4. What's that one? Chips in the hair of the day. There's nothing. I haven't given some of these. There's an unlisted buy. I haven't given some of these numbers. I'll get to it. we'll make it work. But when we get that thing rolling, yeah, that'll be a pay site. Yep. That's what we do. You get deep into the hobby. This hobby will take you places. Look, I'm going to use a bathroom real quick. Let me move this back up here. Come on. All right, good enough. I'm going to put these away. That's the AU right there. OBS has to be set right for the day. I'm trying to get the darn thing to work right. Here. Oh, here, you look at that while I go do what I got to do. Yep. I'll reload the coffee while I'm there. There. Vehicles are pretty sweet. Yeah, they are. And they're surprisingly affordable. You know, I mean, 20 bucks for this? Yeah, that's pretty good shape for 20 bucks. So if you have these coins you would like to get attributed, you know, send it in. It's $5 plus shipping. Same as Wexler charges. But we're setting this thing up so, you know, it's a team of people and it's able to propagate and you don't encounter the limits of, you know, a dead attributor. Like, say, well, that's buried. Cherry Picker's Guide. Stanton just passed away, so will their work come to an end? Maybe they'll probably hold on for another generation, but eventually be replaced with, you know, whoever's next. Getting the thickness of the coins on Ucoin. I don't know what Ucoin is. The ones we've been finding, the only way you can tell is V-nickel is the back. Oh man, yeah, you can still get them. You can still find a V-nickel in rolls, but dude, they are worn out. Well, get the best one you can. Every date you can. Get a whole set of beauties, and it's not cheap once you get into the big ones. They can be into the thousands when you get into higher end coins. But dude, then you're running with the big dogs for sure. I'm premiering my 4th video in 15 minutes. Outstanding, Eric. We'll get over there and check it out perhaps, because I've been going for an hour and change. And it's Christmas Eve. I'm supposed to be drinking eggnog. Had some moments, usually after an OBS update. I find when Windows updates, OBS craps out. And this is no exception. We got mostly by. I think maybe the traffic is a little better today. I don't know. We do have a modem coming, but geez, it's going to be the 18th. Oh, come on. forever. We'll get that. That should improve things. I think this might have been hit by lightning. We get a bunch of worn out ones, but need 5 to complete the set. Oh, you can do it. I've had most of the set, but then the light bill comes in. Time to move them out. You see my comment last night? My boyfriend found a V-nickel in the lint trap of the dryer. I'd be ripping that thing apart. Yep. You follow the whole ductwork out to the, out to back. Tear into that. You rip that whole dryer just into pieces. That'll work. Okay, look, I got to get ready and do my thing. Thought I'd try and see if we could make this work. I hope you learned a little bit in our little session here. Yeah, but I go through entire bags of stuff and pick through every damn thing. It's not just the dyes, any dye variety, the cuds, the buys, chips, cracks. Chips and cracks that are more noticeable. Geez, they do these where you got to buy, right? And they're going to record the buys. Well, how about? Oh, okay. If that buy is, look at the size the buy would be. I got a buy here somewhere. Reverse Clash. What's that? Bombay. Nope. They're all backwards. Nope. Every other one is backwards. I just had one. Rim code. Buy. Here's one. Here's an unlisted buy. Let me move that aside. I gone through cuds on coins. They don't have a list. You can't see a damn thing here. Okay, you find a buy, you can go to cuds on coins, and you can get the attribution number on that site, right? There it is. Piece of a buy. This one's not listed. I can send in pictures. He'll put it in, right? What's this? Nothing. Nothing. That the one? Nope. Where the hell did that one go I had? It must be here. It must. Huh. Alrighty, let's see. Nope, not that one. How about that one? Bingo. There. Okay, so nobody's recording the chips, but the buy is a chip. That's all it is. So you go by the size of the chip, the prominent location, perhaps. All right. Liberty, yeah, okay, that's a prominent location in the words. All right. How about that? Look at the size. Now, is this a prominent location being on the date? It's also 4 times the size of this one, but this one they're going to record because people say buys. This was 4 times the size. It's in a prominent location. This should be recorded. How they set the house up, you have to take the hose off and clean the trap out. It goes into the floor. Goes into the floor once in a while, or you have to do the work once in a while. I hate those dangling modifiers. He found it and gave it to me. Well, God love him. Some lip traps are on the way. I got it. It's in the, it's like right below the door. You just pull it and, yeah. But I never do laundry. I think there would be coin collectors' Hades of having to document every crack ever made on every coin. Some of them, no. Here's stuff I don't document. What's this one? Oh, let's see. Okay, I'm not going to document this one, but I might pick it out. Anything on the front? Okay, nothing on that. That might be why I have that one out. What's on this? Because it's in my cup. Okay, there. Am I documenting these? I'll get to these. Sometimes there's one right here. It's called the camel toe. Sometimes there's one up here. You get them on the birds. That's a Swanee. I'll get to it maybe. This one, yeah, I'm going to document that one right now. So that one is 2007P SCHP 001. That's the way that works. Okay, there's the unlisted buy. That'll get listed. I'll take some pictures and send it on in. Now, is that prominent? How about this one? Is this prominent? We were just looking at this earlier today. It's on the building. I suspect that should be a prominent location. Okay, it's a beehive, so there's a vernacular for these. It's pretty sizable. Hell, it's half the size of the O in Monticello. This should be documented. There's plenty that don't need to be documented. They're too damn small. Here's one. How about this one? Should this be? Does this qualify for documentation? A couple of chips in the bird's head. Really? Yeah. They're small. They're not prominent. Dude, they're freaking tiny. But you can see them. There he is. Right there in the back of his head. I can tilt that and you can't miss him now. One there, one here, and one right there in his bill. So I get three going on here. Anything on this one? Nope. That's it. These, okay, these are small. You get die chips on these state quarters. Lots of them. Well, let's start writing them down and see if there's a pattern. And you're going to find out there is a pattern. You'll have similar chips on different dies. The hornet's nest. I got a beehive. Yeah, some people call it a hornet's nest. Some people call it a Kaiser blade. Yep, lots of work. There's no end to it. Hey, it's just a contribution to the hobby. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in a... It's in good shape, so I'll put in a flip. I figure it's worth the 8 cents. Okay, here's an RPM. I haven't written it down or nothing. And you can't freaking see it. Here's that die clash we just found. Now, I mean, that would be repeating. Is a die clash an error or a die variety? Well, okay, it's something happened and the die changed and it left a permanent mark, but over time they do evolve. I don't know what the hell this is. Here's a die chip in 1952. Where? There. There's a prominent die chip. And that's a 1952. All right. But I mean, I got boxes of these. Some are worth recording and some you get to it. And some, I mean, I got bags and bags and bags and bags of stuff I've hauled out. And, well, sometimes I get to it and just, go through a couple of hundred or 1,000 or spend a day doing it and, record a bunch of them. There. We used to go to laundry rooms and take the washer agitator out and find lots of change. We used to take a sledgehammer and go into phone booths. Don't tell anybody this though. You can get all kinds of change then. And when you're 15, that's good money. They don't have payphones anymore. I think I had something to do with that. It made it too darn expensive. Look, I'm going to take off. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I'm probably going to tweak this just a little bit more to see if I can smooth stream. Really, we had a couple of jam ups. Not sure what the cause was there. I'll try the bit rate one more time, bring it down just a nudge, and see if that perks it up. I'm going to improve the way the thing is set up. So I've got my normal images, my normal views back instead of just this and that. Parking meters, they're good. They make those things real strong. It's like case hardened steel on those things. They're real tough. And, you know, they're all downtown. Yeah, they do fade with subsequent strikes. Yep, okay. You guys stay groovy. I'm going to take off.